What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to give you a quick update of what's happening in the garden. We have entered into the summer season. The temperatures are already 31 degrees Celsius. So this was a leaf propagation that was only putting out roots. If you remember, I had made a video on the 9th of Jan. I will push in the clip. So this is the clip of 9th Jan. If you remember, these leaf propagations were putting out only bright pink roots but no pups. Even the mother plant was not showing any signs of growth. That's when I realized I made a mistake. I shouldn't have propagated them in the month of November. I should have started that in Feb when the temperatures get warm. Nevertheless, now there is a good amount of growth on the mother plant. This is an Echeveria. I'm not very sure about the exact ID, but it is definitely getting into its growing period because, as I said, the day temperatures are hitting around 31 degrees Celsius and the nights are around 19 to 20 degrees Celsius. So this looks like the Echeveria is loving this environment or this warm climate, because I can definitely see a good amount of growth on the mother plant, as well as I happen to see that the pups on the leaf propagation are also starting to grow. A lot of people have asked me this question, what to do if the leaves are only putting, or the leaf propagations are only putting roots. All I can say is just wait, because we can't do much. Here is a perfect example. I just had some patience and just waited because I have no other option than to just wait. So now you can see two of them have a good amount of pups, but the others still have roots. But again, there is a small sign of hope here. As you can see, this one also had roots. So these leaves were taken in the month of November and now we are in the month of Feb. Nevertheless, they are showing a little bit sign of growth, so I will just wait. I have to water these leaf propagations, but most likely these might not put out pups. I'm not very sure. As I said, I'm just going to leave them as it is, because we have no other option than to wait. We can't add fertilizers, we can't add anything that can make them grow faster. It all depends upon them if they want to put out pups or not. But these two have put out pups. That is at least a good sign, or at least a good outcome of doing a leaf propagation. But I have learned my lesson. Next time I won't be touching this particular variety during the winters. I will not do any leaf propagation on this variety, so I'm going to keep that in mind. Now again, this is not with all the varieties of Echeveria, because my other Echeverias that had done the leaf propagation, they did put out pups, but again, I think it depends from a species to species. I'm not very sure. It all depends upon the variety of succulent that you have. So I'm going to keep this aside. Now, as I said, even though this one was is getting into its growing period because it is an Echeveria, but I also see that my Cremnosedum little gem is also flowering. This is supposed to be their dormant period, or ideally this is not supposed to bloom during the summers, but it is blooming. It did not bloom during the winters. So this is what it's very confusing about succulents. It's all up to them. If they feel that it's comfortable for them to bloom, they will. And over here I have an Echeveria Lola. Now Echeveria Lola, I wanted to do a leaf propagation, but somebody did tell me that they did not put out pups during a winter propagation, so I stopped myself from doing any propagation during the winters. But in the end of Jan or the beginning of Feb, I took out some of the leaves, around 4 or 5, and I am very happy that I did the propagation during the beginning of summer, because I do see pups growing on my Lola. Now, from my experience of growing Echeveria Lola, I can definitely tell you they are very slow with their growth. And when it comes to leaf propagation, it is a little slow, but thankfully there was some magic that happened. Probably they were very comfortable with their environment. And I do see that there are 2 pups out of the 4, which is a good success rate. Probably the third one is also going to put out pups, because I do see some bump on that cut. So probably it will put out pups in coming weeks. But I'm very happy. At least I have 2 new pups coming up of Lola. As I said, it is a quite slow growing succulent, so this is definitely a big reward I'm going to keep a watch. They haven't been any pups probably now because the summer is here. Probably they will start to put out pups. So I will keep a watch on that. But so far, I haven't had any pups on my Echeveria Lola. Another thing that I wanted to share with you guys is the Graptopetalum Purple Delight that I had done a leaf propagation. You can see they kind of look like grapes. They are nice and plump. Very happy with the progress. These were also propagated. I'm not very sure. I'll have to check the date. I will also push in a clip of how it looked initially. And at the back we have Patchweria opet. You can see they are also doing extremely well. I'm very surprised to see that they have two pups on each leaf. That is exciting, whereas a Graptoveria Purple Delight only has one pup. Now they do receive a good amount of indirect bright light from the front, and hence you can see they are very compact. Even though the opet that are at the back don't receive a lot of light, but still they are very compact, so I am extremely happy. There are some dry leaves. I will take them out later on. I will be repotting the Purple Delight at least because they have reached a good size, but for that I'll have to get some more tray, arrange some soil, because once they are transferred from this soil mix, because this is a coco peat soil mix, so when they are transferred, they are going to be transferred in a proper succulent soil mix, which is 80% of aquarium sand or river sand and 20% of filtered garden soil. So for that, I'll have to wait. But overall, I am very, very happy. Things are working out really well. The temperature is getting warm. I do see a lot of new growth on my Echeverias. Probably the Graptos and the Sedums and the Crassulas will slow down their growth, but that's absolutely fine. Something at least is going to keep growing in my garden. And those are my Echeverias. So now that things are getting a little bit warm in my city and the humidity levels are also starting to drop, that is not an issue for my succulents, but I do have other plants like flowering plants, foliage, orchids. They are going to have a little bit hard time with the low humidity. So my work in the garden is going to increase, especially with misting and watering my foliage plants, flowering plants. So there is going to be a lot of work. But anyways, I will try my best to keep getting you more videos of succulents. I also have my other channel, Lush Foliage, wherein I post videos of only foliage and flowering plants. You can definitely check out that video. And please do follow me on my Instagram account. I will put the Instagram link in the description below. You can check it out. I do share a lot of images of my plants and of my garden on a daily basis. So if you want to check it out, do follow me on my Instagram. That's it for today, guys. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button. And if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep propagating.